What's up, y'all? Marshall Couture here, also known as Plex, and this is day 51. We passed the 50-yard line, the 50-day mark, and we're into the point of no return. So, comics done. Today, my 30 minutes is probably going to end up being more than 30 minutes, but, it's going to be basically me cutting up and putting together the comic and all the comics and stuff. So it's not really pushing towards a new project or anything, but that's what's going to happen today, because that's all I can do anyways. I gotta prepare for the convention tomorrow, BingCon in Massachusetts, Western Mass, Springfield, Connecticut. I'll put a link down below if you want to check it out, if you happen to be in the area. But so I'll be putting those comics together, and I guess tomorrow I'll be getting back on Travelers and Resident Aliens. I probably will be able to complete Resident Aliens before the time is up, but I definitely won't be able to complete the Travelers. Because it's just, it's 22 or so pages, more or less, and, it was hard enough to get this mini comic out in 50 days. If I were to work more, for a few hours every day, I might be able to get it done, but that's probably not going to happen. The mini comics I can work on while I'm sitting, on the couch and stuff, but, this one, I kind of have to sit at my desk to really get it going. I don't know, maybe I can figure out a way. I do have this board where I could, work on the couch or whatever, but, it's kind of awkward, to be honest, but I don't know, maybe I can get that going, we'll see. But even so, it would be pretty big challenge to really, I don't even know if it's doable, because I'm not at the level of pumping out comics like maybe a pro is or something at this point yet, but hopefully one day I could be 50 days I'll have this done. That'd be sweet. But so that's about it. Just leave you with one little thing is I want to ask the question, as an artist and as a business person, if you're trying to sell comics. I know I ask a lot of business stuff, but that's what I'm trying to do, is make this into something that's a living. So, I'm going to tend to go on that side of things sometimes more than the craft of things, because, the craft is extremely interesting to me too, but I tend to listen to a lot more content about craft than I put out content about craft, because there's a lot of people out there who are a lot smarter than me about it, so I'm learning, And the same thing with business, but that's the part I'm trying to figure out. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure it all out, but for some reason I talk more about the business side sometimes. Maybe it's because I don't hear a lot of people talking about art business very often. It's not until recently that I've found even some. So, but so. One of the things that I wanted to just talk about, and this is a preview to my podcast. I already recorded my podcast for next week. It'll drop on Monday. But basically, I wanted to ask the question: what is unique about you and what you bring to the table with your comics or your art, whatever it is you're doing? What's something that's unique specifically about you? Maybe a combination of things, influences, a place you're from. Experiences you've had. What do you bring to the table that maybe most of your peers making comics doesn't necessarily bring to the table? It's an important thing to think about, because it's kind of a strategy to kind of focus on the things that make you unique. Sometimes style can just set you apart just with style, but sometimes aspects of your storytelling or your writing or the dialogue, or there's all kinds of things that can set you apart, but that's a big important part of trying to make a living at some of this stuff, is to find a way to set yourself apart. And you know, it's not, it can be very natural. You know, you might not even, like, I'm still trying to figure it out, and you know, you might kind of stumble upon it by accident, and then you're like, okay, this makes sense, and this is really working, and people are liking it, and so I'm going to run with that. But it's good to always think about that and keep your eye out for that. And, you know, I think it's something that's developed, you know, because once you do find it out, you can further develop it and make that strength really strong. You know, a lot of people, they talk about people having talent and stuff. Well, you can have talent, but if you're lazy with the talent, it's not of any use. So, you know, if you're talented and you work hard at it, you can develop that thing to be something that, you know, people will just want to give you money for the stuff because it's so cool and it just stands out among the other people, you know. And I think we can all have something that stands out. We can kind of all carve our own unique little function and niche within what we do, and I think we can all be successful at that. We just gotta just keep working hard and keep trying to find that, you know. So what's the thing that makes you unique, and your work unique? Think about that. Answer in the comments below if you have some ideas. It's, like I said, it's something you develop. You might not know it for sure, but you might have a general idea, and you can hone it, you know, as you go. So that's about it. I hope you guys are doing well with your projects and everything, and you guys are awesome. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing, commenting, all that stuff. And yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace out, yo.